Hey guys, welcome back to Condemned 2 Bloodshot. This is Frenzy. I've got Cletus with me.
Hey, how's it going?
And today we are starting the first real level, I guess. This one is called Preston Hotel.
Search team, check in.
Dorland here. Rooftop is secure.
LaRue here. Ready to give this shithole a handle.
No signs of activity. Good luck down there.
Copy that.
Ethan, you with us?
Listen, you agreed to help us, but if you want to crawl back under your cardboard box, that's fine by me. Back off.
Badass.
Let's get one thing straight, Mr. Thomas. You're here to help us locate and identify Malcolm Van Horn. Nothing more. Understood? What the hell's your problem, Dorland? You're a drunk and a liability. Here, take a moment to get familiar with your weapon.
Yeah, you shoot some of these rats while you're in it.
Pretty sure shooting rats is kind of a irresponsible and improper use of a government agency issued firearm.
I think it's a staple in every video game ever,
Could be.
except for Skyrim. All the other Elder Scrolls,
I'm just kidding. I like to shoot rats.
not very
Alright, we're
well.
going in
Yeah,
from the
shut
top.
up.
Phone records indicate the call originated from this area.
Who would be in for us bringing Father down? So what exactly we
According to the message, a body, possibly two.
got it? Two stiffs more important than the hundreds of others found dead out here.
Can it, bro?
I'm just saying. Shit's fucked up in this city.
That's enough. Let's move.
Cops call this place Needles Inn. Speedballers jacked up on coke, heroin, and amphetamines rule this place. You best stay alert.
Search team, regroup on me. Team, prepare for entry. Stand clear of the door. Access the lockbox over there and reload your weapon.
So we're going to introduce to lockboxes here. We've seen these before with health kits in them, but they can also have ammo and guns. And something new, ammo. In the first game you couldn't reload your gun at all. In this game you can actually find ammo in boxes or even pick it up from dropped weapons from enemies.
LaRue, we're in.
Copy that.
Mr. Thomas, check it out. Let me remind you, unnecessary use of force will not be tolerated.
Don't mind him. Don't nobody give a shit about these drug-sniffing freaks.
I like LaRue.
Yeah, the is pretty great. Attention civilian, never mind.
Okay, let's keep moving.
That was pretty fun.
You have to identify yourself and warn them that you're armed.
Mr. Thomas, take a look at this. Want to hit a speedballer where it hurts? Destroy one of their meth labs. Go ahead. Down is all yours, brother.
Yeah, destroying meth labs is the optional objective for this level. You hit them with any weapon and they go up in flames.
Just like a real meth lab.
Yep. Okay, now I want to show you something. When we aim down the sights, notice how it's shaking all over the place? That's because
Because you're an alcoholic?
Ethan is a functioning alcoholic, and he's
Exactly.
too sober. So what do you think we should do about that?
Never aim down the sight.
Nope, get drunk.
Yag. Get my way, Chief. I'm in the zone.
And now, solid as a rock. So yeah, we actually get drunk so that we can shoot better in this game.
Finally, liquor as a resource.
Hold up. You first, Mr. Thomas.
Take it slow.
Oh god.
We're pinned down.
He's pretty, right?
Very.
He's trying to stab us with a needle, too. Alright, so we need to run around and get the guy who's shooting our... Well, I don't want to say friends, but allies, I guess?
Comrades.
Comrades works.
The elevator lobby should be up ahead. Let's go.
So you should be able to recognize the decor of this place from the intro video.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Kind of thought it was a...
TVs again.
Yep, this is going to be our first actual news report.
Good evening. I'm Sarah Brainson with City News. Tonight we'd like to introduce a new segment called Streets, hosted by Tony Rhodes. Tony is perhaps best known for his work last year during the SKX murders, and we're very excited to see and learn what he uncovers about the city we live in. Tony?
Thank you, Sarah. The streets scream out to us they are in pain, but no one knows why. I'm going to live, eat, breathe the streets for the next few weeks to see if we, the public, can find out what evidently the local government can't or won't tell us. Stay tuned to City News for further live on-the-scene reports. I'm Tony Rhodes.
Hard-hitting journalism. Yeah, we're going to be hearing from Sarah Brenton and Tony Rhodes throughout the game.
Oh god, we're almost out of alcohol.
We've reached the elevators.
Roger that, search team. Stand by. Okay, Ethan. It'll be up to you and me to locate Van Horn. I've uploaded your field kit with what we know so far. Now let's get started. There were 2 gunshots in the recording suggesting that we may be looking for 2 bodies, one being Van Horn, the other a Metro police officer. Signature overlays indicate that both shots came from the same weapon, a .38 caliber handgun.
Okay, so this is going to be the first introduction to investigation, and some of it is just listening to information and picking the best response. They usually give you 3 choices.
Any officers reported in the area during the time of the call?
We've been informed that a Metro officer in the area is no longer responding. Find him. He may be in need of assistance. Alright, let's move on. While reviewing the recording, I came across a rumbling noise in the background. It was faint, but when I cross-referenced the sample to known sources, I was able to narrow it down to a passing commuter train.
Now, sometimes more than one of the responses seem like they could be correct, but you really have to pick the best one.
Is there a commuter train that passes near the hotel?
Yes, Metro Transit Rail passes by the North Wing. Narrow your search to that area.
Proceeding to the hotel lobby.
It's a pretty nifty phone for a community that still has bunny ears on every TV.
What the hell are you planning on doing?
Taking a shortcut now.
Yeah.
Step back.
It's not even just a phone. We'll see a little bit of that
You
later.
can access the main lobby through here. I'll go first. LaRue will bring up the rear.
Your turn, Mr. Thomas.
That didn't look so hard.
I've always wanted to slide down a ladder like that.
Are you hurt?
Not like
Did you
that.
break anything?
No, I'm good.
We got a problem here. The elevator car just slipped 12 inches.
Shit. Find a way out of there now.
Here it comes.
Mr. Thomas, respond. I guess we've lost contact.
Well, we didn't get crushed, but we did drop our gun. So that kind of sucks.
We need to find a prosthetic arm quick.
Those buildings are shit reception.
Yeah, bedpost works.
If you can hear me, make your way to the hotel lobby. We'll meet up with you there.
So kind of a neat touch. The level seems anyway darker when you're by yourself.
There's one jacked up cokehead.
Yeah. Luckily we have chain attacks.
Pretty sure that's Mike Tyson.
I don't think it is. But he's down.
See those grills?
See the chains wrapped around his forearms?
I was a little distracted by his scary face in our face.
Anyway, speaking of the phone, we're going to get introduced to gadgets here. And the first one is the spectrometer. So what's kind of cool in this game is that you can choose your gadget. In the first game, it just gave you a prompt. But in this game, you bring up your menu, and you can see them all here. And they're all the same device, which is the same thing you used as your phone. They just have different functions. But the spectrometer is what we're going to use this time. And this helps us locate, well, audio sources, so the sonic emitters. The closer we get, the higher the number goes. If we go away from our target, it starts to go down. Pretty rudimentary. I'm probably not going to be using the spectrometer too much.
Search team, be advised that a surge of riot activity has been reported in your area.
In the hotel?
Negative. A block north of your location.
Understood.
Kaboom.
Just like in Breaking Bad.
Did they ever blow up a meth lab in Breaking Bad?
I don't know.
Me neither. But, this door wasn't open the first time we were through here. But, who can say no to a free baseball bat?
Even if the lights are shaking creepily.
Train, remember? Commuter train.
Right.
But, ambush.
Commuter train. Doo-doo-doo.
Well, these guys just go at each other, not even doing anything. Oh, wait. Let's see. That one's kind of boring. One other note that I realized while practicing some of these levels. If you do a finishing move on someone, it maxes out your chain attack meter, or at least gives you a full bar.
Toilet seat beatdown.
Yeah, we're gonna beat the crap out of him. No pun intended.
Ha ha ha.
Yeah. Okay, right here the game's going to introduce us to that whole drinking alcohol to shoot better thing. But I've already talked about that. There's a shotgun here, but there's a riot gun, which is that shotgun with the sight in this cabinet, and we are going to want the longer range capability of this thing. Hey, there's the train again.
Sounds like the situation's on its way to completely fucked up here. Got the cat on the road.
Just done with this?
Yep. Now, this part here that I've sort of shot everybody really quickly, you can let them shoot each other, but all they're going to do is waste all their ammo. So I prefer to take them out quick so I can use their guns. That guy came out of pretty much nowhere. But like I said, guns. If I can find it among the toilet seats. There we go. So the 9mm, it's got a pretty good ammo capacity for guns in this game, and we'll be seeing it a couple times throughout the game. This one, though, I'm just gonna chuck into this big hole in the wall.
Save that for later.
That guy we beat the crap out of was carrying a revolver. There it is. The 38. This thing can only hold, well, 6 shots. It's a revolver. We're just gonna use it to take out that sonic emitter and then huck it away. And this guy over in the corner is using the gun we're gonna carry with us for now. The sub gun, which is a submachine gun. It doesn't actually carry that many more bullets than the 9mm pistol, but it shoots them a lot faster. It also, I think, only is in this level. I don't think this gun shows up later in the game. At least not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Mr. Thomas.
Stop worrying. I'm in the main lobby.
Can you ride this card? Because that'd be sweet.
You can't, but this dead body is special. And we're going to do our first actual forensic investigation section.
Rosa, come in.
Glad to hear you're still with us. What do you got?
A dead body.
Okay, let's try and make an ID.
Alright, so it does its own tutorial. I'm just going to talk over it. Basically, in these sections, you need to identify clues and occasionally analyze them slightly. Pick your best thing. So first off, we're just going to look at his face and decide how old he is and what gender. Not too difficult. You can see your clues you've chosen up in the top left. This particular investigation here is kind of railroaded. You can only choose the clues in the specific order it lets you. But in later things, there will be multiple options. And it'll also try and trick you. Notice here there's a security badge 46 and a police badge 46. It's pretty easy to rush through this and pick the wrong one.
Receiving evidence now. Male police officer. Service number belongs to a Deputy Dennis Black of the Metro Police Department. I'll notify MPD. According to dispatch, he's been missing for almost 2 days now. Can you determine the cause of death?
So investigations can also have red herrings, which are completely useless clues. So she asked us to determine his cause of death, and if we wanted to, we could tell her that his sock has a hole in it.
Some useful information.
I mean, it could be, but it's probably not. The more useful information is probably the big hole coming out his back.
The gaping exit wound.
Yeah. And unfortunately, if you choose completely wrong answers, you don't get funny dialogue.
Got it. Good work.
That's
It appears
unfortunate.
the victim bled out from a gunshot wound to the chest. I'm guessing the shooting is connected to our investigation somehow. Has the body been moved? Is this the crime scene?
And sometimes the investigations are a little bit more difficult or complex. So in this case, we need to use a tool before we can answer her. In this case, the UV light. And we can see that no, he's come quite a way. This one also gets me because it seems to me that blood smear is also an acceptable answer, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Now in this case, he could be dragged, but see this thing right here I'm pointing at? Looks like fingers, like a handprint. He probably crawled.
It looks like a crawl line, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, it's coming through now. The blood trail suggests the victim crawled to this location, then died. It may lead you back to the crime scene. And possibly Van Horn.
Right, so we need to follow this blood trail, figure out where he came from, because that's probably where we want to go. But that's going to be for the next video in part 2. But I'm going to leave you with one question. If you were shot through the chest, how far do you think you could crawl?